You know, BusinessWeek magazine recently named a very small community in eastern Nebraska as the second best place in America to raise a child. And that community is Arlington, Nebraska. It's in eastern Nebraska, about 30 minutes outside of Omaha, Nebraska. And it's a very interesting story here because we're kind of digging deeply into the elements of the dimensions, the different aspects of what makes this community click, and why kids and families do so well in this community. And then, of course, what are the implications? They go on to support the business community. They weave themselves into the fabric of the entire region, all because of Arlington's unique ethos, style, process, and support system. My name is Lynn Hinderocker. I'm with WowBiz TV, and I'm here to introduce you right now to one of the gentlemen who's a second or third or fourth generation business person here in Arlington, Nebraska. Please welcome my guest, Kelly Thompson, everybody, right here. Kelly, good to see you, man. Thank you. And thanks for being here and staying here with your family. You know, tell us a little bit about, you have a construction company here in the Arlington, Nebraska area. Just give us a quick rundown.
Right. We are a general contractor here in eastern Nebraska. I am specifically focused on underground and heavy highway type work. So the underground utility work is water line, sewer line, storm sewer, highway type things or culverts, and of course we work on some dam site projects. And we also
infrastructure.
Do infrastructure.
Civil engineering.
Civil engineering. I'm actually a civil engineer, a graduate of UNO, and so that's an integral part of our business.
Very
so
good. Yeah.
That's kind of where we focus.
Now you have you've worked with your family. Give us a sense of that. Yep. Was it your father, grandfather?
Right. We're heavily dominated with the family. I've got two other brothers. I've also got a brother-in-law. My brother and myself were with the company when it started in 1980 with my father and mother, and then as things transitioned and I got out of college, I took over as the president. Kind of the ownership of the company changed, and it wasn't really a huge succession, but everybody's kind of been there from the beginning.
Seems kind of evolutionary.
Yeah, it has. And then as my younger brother got through college, then he came back, and now nephew, and so there's a heavy connection there with our family. So
outstanding, very good. Well, I have to ask you this because I know many people. Is this mostly a good thing because of the trust and the informality, and you're comfortable visiting with each other, of course, or is it a special challenge having family members around you, and so that if something bad happens at the office, you have negative vibes throughout the family, or what's that like?
Well, we're still going to get together for Thanksgiving and Christmas real soon. So I can tell you it's been great for us. We're really blessed to be able to do that and to be able to work with your family and get along. And so that's part of my process of kind of knowing where I've got to kind of move things and move people, and that's why we have
That's what leadership is.
That's what you got to do, and so we're fortunate to do that, and it works for us, and not uncommon to Arlington, other businesses in Arlington that might be the plumber or the landscape business or local farmers. Family businesses can work, and they can achieve great things.
That's very because this is not really the way of the world, as you probably know, Kelly. I mean, companies are getting split up all the time. People work 20, 30 years at a company, and then they let go because of some consolidation or acquisition. So life does not, to many people, does not seem, how do I say, there's not a sustainability, there's not a sense of continuity in many people's lives. And so you really probably live a rarer life in a business context than many you might realize. And so let me ask you this now. Some of the kids come out of the Arlington public schools. I know they have an outstanding reputation. Are you able to weave some of those folks into your operation, or do they learn a little bit about employment by being associated with Thompson Construction, or what?
Right. Well, I can tell you our workforce is from 17 to in the 60s, and so we've got a wide variety of ages, but we're always looking for summer help, whether that would be mostly college-age kids, because to get on our sites you need to be 18 years old, and so it is a good basis for us to grab summertime help. We also have employed teachers from the Arlington Public Schools that have summers off, and we've had outstanding teachers that helped us. But and now some of our older guys are people that have had careers, and now they've kind of wanted something else to do, and so they're driving truck and doing some of those things. So for us, we've been able to find all our needs right here
Locally.
locally, and
this is a small community, so you wouldn't think that. You'd think that it might be difficult to get people involved with
Right.
you, or find talented people.
yeah, no, that's not the case at all. We've been, and we can kind of see what's going on. I do have some inside track. My sister and my wife work at the school, and so they are able to kind of see as people come through.
As we kind of move into this, tell me a little bit about the business community in Arlington or doing business. Is it a place where there's greater degree of value or things that go integrity? Is the exchange of service for money and compensation different here, or how does it feel to run a business long term in a community like this?
Right. Well, for us, a lot of our work is not in Arlington. That's where we're based out of, but we work in surrounding communities such as Blair, Fremont, Omaha, Valley, or West Point. So as we leave this community, we are going into smaller communities such as those, but we also get into Omaha.
Yeah.
And it's always nice, I think, that they know, hey, this contractor, when they hear our name, is from Arlington, Nebraska.
Is that a good thing?
That's a good thing. It's a great thing. And fortunately, we've got people that I feel comfortable with out in public that represent Thompson Construction,
Yes.
but they represent Arlington when they're out there because the name is there and it's important.
Yeah.
And
So what qualities do they imbue with your brand? In other words, what are they assuming? Well, you're from Arlington. That says something good about you because what? You're small town. You're more authentic. We can trust you to follow through and get the job done and not leave the site early. Stuff like that. What?
Well, as everybody would think, honesty and integrity do make a difference, and so those people are the forefront of our operation, and people see them, and if they're honest, they're hardworking, and they realize that they're there to do the job in a productive manner, and it matters. So the best thing for me is when we get done with the project, there's not really any, well, if you do a bad job, you'll hear about it. But if you do a good job, it's usually, well, they did their business and they got out and moved on. And so it's important.
There's no substitute for trust, reliability, duty, follow through,
No.
and reputation, frankly.
Exactly.
All right. Outstanding reputation with Thompson Construction, Arlington, Nebraska. It means a bigger thing than just one individual company. It's a broader idea. Thank you so very much, Kelly Thompson. I appreciate it. Well, this TV right here in Arlington, Nebraska. Thank you so very much. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you.